all for being here. First of all, this room looks amazing, right? So many high quality, high level individuals, beautiful women, great gentlemen. I want to say thank you for coming here. We're going to go ahead and start. It's worth the wait, I'll tell you that. You've heard everything already about Jenna, who she is. One thing I want to say differently is what we are going to talk about is changing the way we look at things, right? We've been in this space, some of us, not first time, had losses, had wins, right? And we've seen how this industry continues to change. There's three things I want to bring your eye to, right? Number one, we have a precedent in this country now that is pro-crypto. A Congress that is pro-crypto, an SEC that is pro-crypto, an entire institution of companies and businesses that are pro-crypto. So we have a new paradigm shift where regulation has kicked in already. First regulation was the Genius Act. Second is the one that's coming soon, Digital Asset Market Clarity Act. Now, when that happens, companies that are in the US can all get regulated. No more SEC red tapes. In fact, currently, there's no more red tape. So we're looking at a American-owned company, American-based CEO, right? Not the ones that pop up on Google to just be in a company and no history and are on their way to Dubai when the company has sales, right? This is not the situation. So homegrown company with an American CEO who's already established with businesses already here. So the leverage we have here sets this project apart, right? And when you look at compliance, which is very important, one of the reasons why we're here, we want something that's safe, that's protected, that is being built right. And you know, Kevin Thompson's legal firm is number one when it comes to MLM and crypto, and they handle the affairs of this entire company. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce our CEO, and I'd like for us to just stand and just give her a round of applause. She flew all the way in just to come meet the entire team one-on-one. Our very own Jenna Zwagil is coming in along with Mr. Banker, security detail. We'll be walking in the next minute. We will continue to get ready in just the next minute. When she comes in, we just want to say Zionix, and then we'll say global, right? So Zionix, global. Okay? So when she walks in, we'll start. Ready? And folks, if you need water at any point, we'll bring some waters around to the seats as well. So. Thank you very much. So let's get ready to go. So Zionix Global. We welcome our CEO and CFO who's in the house, Jenna Zwagil. Welcome on stage. Thank you so much for being here. This is lovely. We want to welcome you to Florida, to our community, to our team. And everyone here would like to hear from you about what you're working on, your vision, and where you look to take us in the next 5, 10, 20 years inside of this crypto space. So I pass it over to you.
Nice crowd. You guys turned out. I'm very impressed. And thank you for inviting me to your home state of Florida. I've been here a few times, had a few events here over my last 21 years in network marketing. Before I get started, I want to hand it back to Kojo. Kojo, much kudos to you for being an amazing leader. Also, I've been to Ghana.
Oh, excellent.
I have been there. Yes, I need to go back. It's been many years. So, anyway, so I just want to say that you guys are here at the very beginning. This is the very first event in Florida. You guys are here at 01. This is the first event, which means not everything's done yet. We're a brand new company, right? But there's magic in that. The magic is because you are here before the wave. Now, if you've ever been surfing, you guys go surf, you're all in Florida, right? Everybody's a surfer. I'm from California. Okay. I'm from the actual West Coast. I had to clarify because I was talking to Michael earlier. He said they're on the West Coast. I said, no, the West Coast is in California. He said, no, there's the West Coast in Florida too. So, anyways, I know what it's like to build a company from scratch. I know what it's like to be in a heavily crazy industry. my previous industry before cryptocurrency was cannabis, right? And so imagine starting a company in network marketing that's selling cannabis. If you can imagine, my lawyers were like, absolutely not, we're not doing that, that's a terrible idea, let's not do it. And so this time around I said, don't worry, we're done with cannabis, that was a lot of fun, now we're going to crypto. And they go, oh my God, here we go again. So, you guys, but here's the thing, timing is everything. Timing is absolutely everything. And you guys are here at the very, very beginning. So I'm going to share just a little bit about the vision of where I see things going for this company. Now, there's been a lot of companies in the cryptocurrency space and in the network marketing space, and they've all come and gone. Many of them don't last very long. And the reason is because typically they're run by people that don't really have network marketing experience, nor do they have that much cryptocurrency experience. They might have technology, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And what happens is they get all these deposits in, they get all the momentum that's starting, and as soon as everybody starts getting comfortable, a rug pull happens. Have you guys seen that before? I've seen that before too. The reason I got into network marketing was because I had hope. Because I was a young mom at age 19 years old in the middle of the Iraq War. I gave birth by myself on Christmas Eve while he was in Iraq. That was my entry into adulthood. And I don't say that to make you feel sorry for me, we're good. But I say that because we all start from somewhere. And at the time, my then husband, who I think was like a PFC or something, like third rank maybe, we were barely making it. And I needed to make extra money. So just like many of you, I came into this industry and I saw an opportunity to make my own paycheck. Because right now we trade time for dollars, right? And you can be in a few different categories. You can have a lot of time and no money. You can have a lot of money or no time. And some of us have no time and no money. So that's a situation I found myself in as well. So I got into this industry with a lot of hope, a lot of promise, and I was so excited to get started. And for the first 10 years in network marketing, I saw it conquered. I hit a few ranks, and I got to the end of the yellow brick road, and I saw the wizard behind Oz. And what I saw was there was company owners, no network marketing experience, private equity funds coming in, tearing up the company, time and time again. And I said, this can't be the way. And so 11 years ago, when I started my own company, first I joined as an affiliate. I joined as an affiliate and I said, I am done with this industry, but if you do things differently, this will be my last run. Well, clearly that's not my last run. Because if you have been in this industry, you can't get out of it very easily, can you? Because once it gets in you, that's it. So that's it. You know, but I said, we need to build a company full of integrity. We need to be honest about the compensation plan. We need to really support people, bring people together. We need to focus on the community. And so we did those things. And over the 10 years that we were in that company, we did $1 billion in sales. And the reason why I didn't stay in that company was because it was time for me to expand beyond that vision. It's time to go further from there. So I got involved in this company in April of this year. And at first I didn't take it very seriously because I've seen these companies before and typically I ignore them. But this was different. It was different because I saw the technology and the technology was actually true and the technology actually worked. It wasn't some fake mining companies that Bitcoin mine, deals, nodes, all the stuff that you see kind of mixed in all over the place. It wasn't that. It was true trades happening on the chain, verifiable. So I said, okay, we have a hot product. We don't have a company. We have a hot product. And that reminded me of when I started Headquarters. I had a hot product. I had 4 people on staff. We grew 1,100% in 1 year. We ended the year at 10 million. The next year we did 100 million. Wow. We had job fairs every single week for a year straight. Our company doubled month after month after month. We had a hot product. We didn't have a company. We had to build infrastructure. Well, same thing is here. We have a hot product. Now we have to build a company. And now that I've been through that before, I'm sharing with you guys a little bit of what that looks like. Number one thing I learned from my last company, compliance. If you aren't compliant, you're going to get caught eventually. Right? So what does that mean? We can't make income claims. We can't be just flashing our new cars, our new watches, all the things that we get along the way from building this company. We have to stay compliant. because it's not about that really. I heard you guys say people over profits. My mentor, Bob Proctor, used to tell me, love people, use money. Not the other way around. And I believe that too. So you guys, the future of Zionix. When I joined in April, it was Zeta Capital. And at the time I came on as a corporate development head. That was it. I came in to help them build the company. But as we got started, I said, you know what? I need to lead this from the front. So as of August 1st, I became the CEO. So I inherited this technology, the previous company, and now we have to build a structure around it. And so over the next 60 days, we're building a whole brand new back office, okay, on actual network marketing software. That's very important, because if we're gonna track hundreds of thousands or millions of people in a genealogy, that needs to be accurate. Also, commissions have to have a breakdown. You need to see where it's coming from, right? There's only so many technologies out there that can support that. So we went with one that can support that. So that's the next 60 days. The next 30 days? The next 30 days, we're going to be building a community hub, okay? So this means we don't all have to chat with each other on Telegram, WhatsApp, and Facebook for the rest of our lives, all right? We're going to have our own community. It'll be a single sign-on. Every member will sign on, and you'll have access to the community. Within the community, it feels a little bit like social media. You'll have a profile. You'll be able to chat with your teams. You can create groups with your teams as well. Also, there's a location map. So if you want to build an event, you can search for the people in your area and build an event very easily. So that's just a few of the things. Those are the things. The community hub will be live in Dubai this month. So we're pushing for that. Software, like I said, that's about 60 days. And so I'm going to just go ahead and address the elephant in the room before you guys get a chance to ask me. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Because I don't need all these little secret side meetings. We'll just talk about it here today.
Right.
The compensation plan as it is right now is phenomenal for international markets. Asia loves it. Let me tell you, I just went to India. You guys, when I walked in the room in India, they gave me flowers, sashes. I'm missing my flowers, but I don't know what it's like here in South America. I got spoiled in India.
I did it.
I'm just kidding. But the U.S. has different laws here, right? And I decided we were going to be a U.S. company. So with that, obviously, we're going to have more scrutiny, more regulations, more laws. But that doesn't mean we're going to make less money. So the good thing is the technology here in the United States is not illegal. It's perfectly legal to have a crypto arbitrage bot. It's perfectly legal to have this technology, and it's perfectly legal for everybody in this room to use it. So those are some of the things leading into our future. 5 years from now, we will most certainly be $1 billion company. Because if I can do it in 10 years with physical products, we can do that in half the time with digital.
Yeah.
What that means for you, if we're $1 billion company and you're an affiliate at the beginning, you guys do the math, no guarantees. Look, we all provide you membership, doesn't mean you're going to get results, all right? You have to actually do the work in order to get the results. All right, so I think we're doing a presentation, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we did this in reverse. We had our fireside chat first, now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about.
Want to start from here?
So this is what makes our technology different. So we kind of skipped through a few slides and pretty much just covered them anyway. But right here, you're going to see this as of next weekend, okay? Right now, it looks different when you log in, and that's because we're in the middle of a brand transition. But every single trade is verified on the blockchain. And so you can see exactly all the trades that are happening in real time. And if you pull the view hash button right there, on the next slide, you'll be able to see it on the decentralized and centralized exchanges. And so this is going to allow you to track the trading activities in real time. You guys, I'm a cryptocurrency trader as well. I trade Bitcoin. I've been trading for the last 3 years. I am the person that buys the dip and I hold for eternity. So that's my strategy. I have a strategy between martingale and Fibonacci. You put those together, it works for roulette and it works for trading. Don't ask me why, but the last 8 years in Vegas, I learned something about that. But here, there's hundreds of thousands of trades happening every week. I call 2 trades a week, but I'm human. I have human emotions, and sometimes I mess up. I'm actually teaching my bodyguard here how to trade, right?
Right.
Because he has to hang out with me all the time. And he reminds me of the mistakes that I make sometimes. He's like, hey, if you just held that trade, you would have made $5,000. And I say, look, some profit's better than no profit, okay? We say things are. So I like AI. I like manual trading, but I like AI because AI doesn't have feelings like I do, right? And it's going to just trade based on the strategy. It's going to execute the trades, no feelings attached, right? And it's also, we're using multiple different strategies. I only know one. And so I'm limited there. I have, used other bots in the past. They don't perform so well. This particular technology has been around since 2012. It's been back tested for several years. All the historical data is there. So I feel pretty good about that. All right, so here are the different ways to get involved in the company. So right now we are only charging annual licenses, right? And each level obviously has a different yield. And we say up to 1.5%, up to 1.1%, and so on and so forth. We can't make guarantees because sometimes the market is not moving the way we want it to. So under market conditions, we can only give what we are actually making ourselves, right? Now sometimes if the market is particularly a bear market versus a bull market, or a sell market versus a buy market, you don't even need to know any of this, but what you need to know is that the speed of the activities fluctuates. Therefore, we can't make guarantees on that, but we can tell you it's up to that. So at the starter level, it's $149 for the whole year. You'll have access to this technology for the year, which you come in that way. You have to fund it with $99. And the reason is because we don't trade air, you have to trade capital. Okay? I wish we could do that. I wish I could put something in there and get something else out. Doesn't work like that. At the standard level, it's $199 for the year, $249 to get that one activated. The advanced bot, $249, $2,500 to get that activated. Elite, $299, just under $10,500 to get that going. And at the VIP level, $549, $21,500. Now, when I was a newbie in the company back in April, I bought all of them. I want to see what's going to happen. You don't need to do that. In fact, I bought multiple starters. I have like $99.99. You don't need to do that. Because what you do is you buy it one time and you can fund it as many times as you want. Okay? So you only need one license and that's it. Now, what some people do is they start at the starter level, they start making some money, and they want to upgrade. What they do is just withdraw your capital that you put in after 180 days, and then you can upgrade to the next one above that. So I kept reinvesting, and then I got to the VIP level. And let me tell you, if you come in at VIP, it's definitely more exciting than the starter level, okay? I have a friend that did starter level. She started in April this year. She did nothing other than just let it ride, right? So she put in $100 since April, and she's at $300. That's exciting, but so anyway, that's what most people do with their strategy. They constantly slide, my friend. Oh, you see my disclaimer in yellow. Read it. Okay. All right. Here's the rules. So this is new. All right. So how many of you people are already in the company? Almost everybody. Fantastic. Half. Almost half. Okay, sorry.
Get the other half to it.
Okay, the other half to it. Okay, so here's how it works. There's an activation delay. So the first thing that you do, and I'm going to go through the steps, step by step. But it takes about 24 hours before the bot gets actually activated on these exchanges, before funds get deployed. After funds are deployed, you start seeing the profits start coming in, right? And that's within 24 hours. Usually it's faster than that. We say up to 24. There's a capital lock period. Now this doesn't mean you put your money in and it's gone forever, because I would not be here if that was the case. That would stress me out. I wouldn't want to deal with that. But it does mean that in order to stabilize trading activity, it's held for 180 days. Now if you want to take it out early, you sure can. There's a 30% withdrawal for you to take it out. How many of you guys have an IRA? IRA. You go to your bank, what do they say? You put your money in, we're going to hold on to it for you until you're 65.
Yep.
59 and a half, something like that, right? We're not a bank, but similar things. And the reason why the bank does that is because they are trading your money. That's what they're doing. They're going out making 6%, they're gonna give you 0.5 for the whole year. Okay, you're tracking. So, you can take it out, of course, you can do the same thing with an IRA, you can take it out early as well. Yo, I saved the college fund for that little boy that I had when I was 19 years old. He didn't go to college. I took it out early. I paid a fee and I'm okay with that. Now it's in the pot. So, anyway. So you can take it out early, like I said, but there's a fee. If you wait 180 days, no fee, you get everything back. Now the profits are allowed to be withdrawn every single day. So as those start coming in, then obviously you can withdraw those. 6 days a week, we rest on Sunday. That's the whole thing. All right. So days of operating, now even though the cryptocurrency market is 24/7, because it's crypto, there's no open and close. We do close on Sundays for system maintenance. So we can upgrade our servers, so we can do all of our CFO type calculations and things, Michael, okay? Profit withdrawals, like I said, 6 days a week, we need to have a minimum of $10 in there. Now, you're gonna see you have two different wallets, right, when you get started. One's we call a ZDAF wallet, that's where your profit's going into from trading activities. Your other wallet is a referral wallet. And so when you do take a withdrawal, if you have one pending, wait till it clears before you take another one. So just don't send them both at the same time. It's just better if you wait till one processes all the way. And then we're using stable coins for payments in and out. So here's how we get started. This is the way forward. Number one, create your account and complete your KYC. KYC means know your customer. Now, in the next 60 days, this is going to be Fort Knox. Right now, it's very soft. It's a soft KYC. So what that means is you put your ID, your passport, whatever, scan it into the system, and now we know you're just a real person. We also do this so that we don't allow other people to make multiple accounts. One account per person, not per household, but one per ID, right? Every cryptocurrency wallet pretty much operates the same way. Number two, you're gonna fund your account, and then set up your two-factor authentication. That is very, very necessary, so don't skip that part, because that is what makes your account less hackable, right? So make sure you set that up. The next step, when we go to fund, we go to fund right here, type in the amount, it's a minimum of $100 right now. You hit continue, and then it's going to ask you for a wallet address. Now, if this sounds confusing, don't worry, we have onboarding videos that walk through this step by step. In fact, Michael, who's our president of sales back here, sorry, Mike. Raise your hand, Mike, go ahead. I have known him for the last 10 years. Yeah, he's a beast. In fact, what he did is him and our CTO have created an automatic presentation. So you guys are gonna think I'm going live on Friday. I'm not. I'm sipping margaritas on the beach.
And we get access to the technology.
And we're gonna bring that technology to you guys so that you can spread the word faster, okay? We're also creating the same system for onboarding as well. So we got the presentation down and we got the onboarding as well. Okay, first thing you gotta do is buy a license, right? That gives you your access pass. And then the next thing we're gonna do is, this is the fun part. You get to click activate bot. Now it's fully automated. You don't have to know any coding. You don't have to do anything manually. You just get started once you click activate. And then, if you want to be obsessive like me, you're going to come watch the trades, right? Because it's really exciting knowing that in your pocket, in your cell phone, something's trading on your behalf and there's money that's accruing. In fact, we had a downtime for the last 3 days doing this migration. And I think everybody started having hives and withdrawals and like all kinds of, is it up yet? Is it up yet? I'm like, relax, it's coming. We're just refreshing, okay? So anyways, this is what your new back office is gonna look like. And that is coming soon, by this next week. And then, of course, if you go to team, if you like what you have seen here today, you can share it with anybody that you like, and they will be on your team as well. If you want to keep it to yourself, you want to be greedy and just like hoard it, you can do that too. You'll still make money here through the ZDAF wallet. But if you get excited and can't keep your mouth shut like me, then spread the word, okay? All right, now let's talk about the compensation plan. So this is how you make money in your referral wallet. Remember, ZDAF is going to do that anyway. But this is for referring. We have several different ways that we get paid. Okay, so this is the unit level commissions. This is the core of our team building structure. So we have levels from 1 to 14, all right, being the highest level is level 1, all the way to the lowest level at 14. These are residuals, so this is based on your team's activities. So they're a little bit different than directly, but as your team starts to do trading activities as well, you'll be credited for that as well. Now, not every level is open the day you sign up. You have to get them unlocked, all right? So you have to unlock them by, number 1, personal volume and your team volume. So if on level 1 you have $100 personally, which everybody should, because that's the minimum to get started anyway. Once your team hits 100, then you unlock level 2. And this goes all the way down to level 14 at 1,400 and 1,400. Now, in the near future, I'm going to make it so that you can have your customer volume count as your personal volume, all right? So let's talk about the distribution strategy. So this basically just helps us prevent what we call creepage in the comp plan, all right? So basically, here's how the volume gets distributed. Somebody comes in, they deposit $10,000, they get it funded onto the bottom. Level 2 is going to get credit for $5,000, level 1 at $10,000, level 14. The topmost upline in that chain will get $500 credit in their volume.
I'd like to speak real quick on this, right?
Please do.
Okay. I'd like to talk on this. So, in studying compensation plans, many of you have been in marketing for a while. A lot of companies fail here, right? You can have a great system, great technology, and then they overpay from their compensation plan. What do I mean by overpay? Right? When we go back on the previous slide, you're paying 10%, 5%. Some companies pay 10, 5, same as this, right? When you add it all up, that will be about 28, 30% in credits. In fact, most companies in the passive networking space are paying about 30 to 40% advanced credits on deposits. Meaning that, what are they trading, right? If you have 100,000 in sales and you give out 40,000, are you trading 60,000? And how do you stay profitable enough to keep up? And when people ask for their capital, that's the end of the game. So that's why most companies fail. But when you apply volume distribution, which is the first time I'm actually seeing this in this space, right? It allows only the people that bring in the sale to get the full credit for the volume. And this way, it minimizes that distribution to right now around 12 to 13% is the maximum in advanced credits Zionix pays out in bonuses. The company is also trading about 70% and 30% in reserves. So there's more reserves to cover the credits as they continue to trade to meet the deficit. So I just wanted to say that real quick.
And just to also clarify, this compensation plan is for the next 60 days. So either run like hell and run fast and build it all out, or wait for 60 days. In 60 days, we're going to go to more of a membership-based model, all right, which is going to be more compliant with the US, EU, Canada, and all of the territories around us. Okay, account activities, you can check there, and you can see all of your profits in there as well. So let's talk about ranks. So there's 2 ways to unlock your levels of payments. There's 3 ways to unlock your ranks, all right? 3 qualifiers. Number 1, personal volume, 500. Level 1, that's direct to you, 5,000. And total group volume of 20,000. That initiates a $500 reward. Y'all, I'm changing the name amateur. Do you think that's weird? Y'all. Amateur means not good, right? It's not professional? I didn't admit that. I inherited that, y'all. It's going to be apprentice? That's nice.
That's good.
Okay, apprentice.
Or diamond.
Yeah, I didn't want to go with the
Diamond is
and
that's
so
right.
cliche. Guys, yeah.
Call it private.
No, alright, so starter apprentice, okay. 1,200, 10,000, 50,000, $1,200 bonus. Now, originally, we were gonna hold these ranks for 60 days. We've gone away with that, so they are gonna be instant still. So as soon as you hit it, it's gonna be instant. One thing you might see differently after the migration is right now, if you log into your back office, you see your lifetime volume. You don't see your actual volume, so we're gonna have paid volume and lifetime volume. Your lifetime volume is everything that's ever happened in your organization. Your paid rank, your paid volume is what's truly in the system right now. For example, you got somebody brings $1 million in, boom, you hit a bunch of bonuses. That's exciting. You're gonna take 500,000 out. You better go find another 500,000 to hit that next rank. So you're gonna hit the rank, but we have to make sure that true volume is being had. Okay. Pro X, this is in the future where social media kicks in. You hit this level, we can send a flyer out, okay? Still trying to figure out how to automate that, but I will, don't worry. But when you're apprentice, we're not talking about you on social yet, so you better get to Pro if you want to see a flyer with your face, okay? Pro XX, all the way down to co-founder, which I believe we're actually renaming this to Legendary Founder. You're gonna have to have 150,000 in personal, $1 million level 1, 30 million in total group. That initiates a $2 million bonus. What will you do with $2 million?
A lot of fun.
Reinvest.
Now, this actually pays out a total of 4.7 million in rank bonuses alone. So think about the next 2 to 4 years. If you can build a community that helps you achieve this kind of success, that's retirement right there, folks. So keep your eye on the prize.
So this is early, but I'll just say I'm working on a global wealth tech initiative so that we can set $250,000 aside in its own fund to support undeserving, or not undeserving, what's the word?
Underprivileged.
Undeserving. Edit that out of your Take that part out. Underprivileged communities, okay? Because imagine if your school had a fund. They can stop begging us for all the crayons every year, right? Like we can just fund communities, we can do community garden, do more good with more money. So anyway, y'all, we're gonna think bigger. This is gonna impact us individually, but we can impact our communities as well. Momentum Accelerator Bonus. So this is basically our fast start bonus. It's our incentive to light the fire under your butt faster, right? Okay, so the goal here is to sign up 30 people within 14 days. If you do that, you max the bonus at $450. If your team does the same thing, your level ones do the same thing, $75 per achiever, okay? If you only get to 10, we'll give you $150. You get to 20, $300. Total comes out at $450. Okay, so we talked about this earlier, but you guys have the first mover's advantage. Now, just telling you, I know what this feels like. I know what it's like to start in a room with 100 people and go to 10,000 people in the room, and I think this is gonna grow very, very fast. Especially when you start using the technology and seeing it for yourself. It's almost impossible not to share it with somebody else. Now, you know what's gonna be the craziest part? Is people are not gonna believe you.
Yup.
Right? That's the hardest part.
Because of the past.
Because of the past, because nobody's done it right before. But we're gonna do it right. And we're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right in the US, we're gonna do it right in the EU.
Oh yeah.
So, it is our personal mission to tell as many people as we can. But you don't have to oversell it. You know, the train's moving. You got like the train is moving. You on or off? Next. Okay. You know, when I started HempWorks, I was joking with my friends and I said, I'm gonna start a weed shop. They're like, no, you're not. You're right, hemp. Because non-psychoactive. Okay. I'm gonna start this idea that I have. And most people told me, go ahead, do it. Some people said, I don't know what you're doing, but you sound convincing, so I think I'll join you. And out of the people that joined me, 15 people became millionaires. 15 people said, well, more than 50 people said yes, right? But the main people that I partnered with became millionaires. They didn't know how this thing was gonna go. They just knew that it was gonna happen. And right now, we are at the forefront of the crypto revolution. It's happening. You guys see the news? You know what? I'm cracking up. The government shut down. We're not. I go to the bank and I'm like, I would like to give you crypto. They're like, what? I'm like, listen, Web3 is coming. in the next 3 to 4 years, there's gonna be so many obsolete systems in banking, in the school system, everywhere. Like, everything is gonna start to become obsolete. The younger generation is gonna get a hold of this before all of us, right? I mean, seriously, like, you guys know what it's like to be outdated in technology? Right, like, trying to figure out your remote, and the next year it's a different one, and then your iPhone has to get updated every year. I think they break it once a year. I mean, it's seriously every single time. And so, this is so easy. This is a no-brainer. This is something that each one of us can get behind. And I'm very excited to be at the forefront of it at the beginning. And I hope that you guys are excited about it as well. So, I wanted to share a little bit about our event. You can kind of We do have an event coming up, and this is in Dubai of this year. Now, I know the price tag seems a little extreme. How many of you guys want to go to Dubai though?
I wanna go.
Yes? Okay. I have given Code Joe a special code that's 80% off.
Is it 75 or 80?
I have
85?
Oh, the new one? Okay. 80.
But it's only for your team,
Excellent.
okay? Should I just tell them? VIP 369 will give you 80% off this ticket right here.
VIP 369.
So if you want to get to Dubai in the next week and a half, or long 2 weeks, you come see us at our launch event. Then come see us. We have VIP versus general. You can use that code on either ticket. I also want to just forecast the future. The next event is going to be in Thailand.
Oh.
And then after that, it's going to be in Las Vegas. But I'm sure I'll be back in Florida before that.
Yes.
But under one condition. This room needs to be double in size, if not more. Okay? Next time.
That's a done
Deal?
deal.
Okay. So, with that being said, that wraps up this presentation, and I just want to share with you guys that, like I said, I'm grateful for each and every one of you. If you have questions, of course, I'll answer them. But just want to say that please let's not make this customer service, because I'm not customer service, although I am working with them for sure. Our system is going live by the end of this weekend, okay? So going into Sunday. After that, you'll see a whole new website, a whole new brand, a whole new feel. And then we'll go into Dubai, and you guys are gonna see, I'm gonna deliver the most robust software back office you've ever seen, hopefully by Thanksgiving. All right, but we're gonna call it a Christmas present, and I'll try to deliver that by Thanksgiving. So, thank you guys again for inviting me to Florida and to have me here today. Have a great day.
Thank you so much.